Ben. Let me see if I can see myself. Okay.
You look good. You're sitting the red back, or you got it covered.
My house, it's all red. Red house. Amazing performance tonight. I love that you did Blake Shelton. I think that was genius, and you did so well. How was that? Like, how was that process, and how did it feel to have it so well received?
It was scary to me, first off, and I'm so grateful that it was well received. I felt like it was a bit of a risk, but it's one that I knew that I wanted to take. I felt like, given the circumstance of being, going from Blake's team to Gwen's team, and with their, their obviously their relationship and engagement, and I just thought it was a great time to kind of pay tribute to the both of them and thank them for what they've done for me on the show, and also just have a fun moment. It's so tough to have fun moments in 2020. I mean, so I just wanted everybody to be able to get a laugh and have fun and maybe move a little bit, and so that's where I was at with that. I just wanted it to be fun.
Well, job well done, and I love that Gwen is going strong with the country artist. I just love that.
I promise I love it too.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hi. So if we're able to see you in the finals, what can we expect from you?
Heartfelt country truth is what I would like to bring to the finals. Absolutely. Cool. There is nothing that I love more than a country song that really, really will reach into people's hearts. And that's what I want to be able to bring to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ben. Well, certainly you're no stranger to singing with another contestant on the show, but generally when you're doing that on the show, you're directly competing against them for your life in the contest. So what was it like getting to sing with a trio this time, and just
that was one of those brief moments inside of something like this where you can put that aside and really just have fun with people that you have a tremendous amount of respect for the art that they bring to the table. So, and plus I'm so used to being on stage with a band and in a live setting. So that really felt closer to home to me than some of the other performances I've done, to be able to have other people up there to kind of vibe with and play off of and enjoy harmonizing. I love to harmonize, and Ben Allen Band in Florida, that's not something I've always, I'm always singing the lead part. So to get to share the stage and listen to them and harmonize with them in that way, 3-part harmony, that may be one of the first times I've ever got to do 3-part harmony like that. And man, I just had a blast doing it.
Great, thanks so much.
Thank you.
So I have a 2-part question for you. The finale normally brings out more musicians to partner up with you guys. So have you maybe discussed with Gwen about possibly duetting with her and maybe Blake? Because I think that would be really cool. And secondly, who would you want to duet with if you were given the opportunity?
Oh my, you mean who from the show or who?
No, just in general, anyone.
Oh my goodness. If I were going to say outside of the show, I would probably choose Jennifer Nettles from Sugarland. Love that woman's vocals. Ooh, they just, yeah. And I don't know exactly what all is to come. If I were to get the chance to duet with Blake and Gwen both, that would be hilarious. I wouldn't know where to. I'd want to look towards Gwen, but I wouldn't want to turn my back to Blake, because I'm not sure I'd trust him to not, kick me in the ass or something. I don't know what he might do. He might do the. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, that sounds like fun though. It sounds like fun. I'm not sure where we would all fit into that, but
It'd be a good
it would be
time.
fun. Yeah, sounds like a party.
I'm
I have
done.
another question if someone else isn't going.
Go for it.
All right. So then have you thought about what life is going to be like, not only just after the show, but after you leave the bubble that you're in right now?
That is a big question, isn't it? You know, I just don't know. And now let me ask you this: do you mean in
Yes.
that? And you know, I don't know. Florida. I'll go home to Florida when this is done, and you know, Florida's mindset is not exactly the same as California's mindset as far as that. So it's really something I have to be careful about. And I will say, the point was driven home very thoroughly to my band family this week. My bass player, Brett Deasing, lost his father 2 days ago to COVID. And his father was the same age as my dad, and they live half a mile apart. So it really, first of all, my heart goes out to Brett and Valerie Deasing, in the loss of his dad. His dad was a good man. And it really makes me think about my parents as well. You know, they're being very careful, but you know, they're right there in the middle of Florida, and there's a lot of people that don't give a rip, you know, about masks and stuff. So I don't know. Going home to Florida, I need to be able to play shows, but I want everybody to be safe at the same time. So it's, you know, figuring that out is going to be on a case by case basis, I suppose. But going back to the world in general, just after being on The Voice, I don't know what that's going to look like either. You know, it's you know, I have a career to go back to outside of music. And then I have music full time. I really have been doing both full time for a long time. So the question is, will that daytime career still be there? And I mean, it's there if I want it, but do I go back to it? That's the question.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hold up, I'm diving in. I hate this uncomfortable silence.
Go for it.
From your journey from when you started the show to now, how has it been? How's his life changing? How are you? How have you changed?
I think the mindset is what changes the most, because you kind of go from the mindset of, it's not that your head gets big, I don't want it to sound like that, but you kind of go from the mindset of, I had somebody from back home that I was speaking with on the phone yesterday, and they were like, dude, you're not going to, you know, you're not going to be promoted as a local artist anymore. You're going to be promoted from here on out as nationally known artist. And that really made me stop and think about that, and what that actually, how much that weighs, because I feel like that weighs quite a bit in my world, you know. So that's something I'm unbelievably proud of, and thankful for, to get to kind of switch into that arena. You know, I've played a local arena for a long time, and I love that place, and I love those people. But you know, it's as much as I do, you kind of want to be able to spread your wings and fly at some point, you know. That's
Right.
kind of where I'm at. I'm on the precipice of that, I feel like. So
Your surname changes throughout the show. First, your voice contestant season 19, Ben Allen, then your voice semifinalist, and now hopefully a voice finalist. So again, like it changes as the show goes on, you know, and then hopefully voice winner. What does that feel like?
Yeah, it's been a process, and I've been telling people, I'll be like, oh yeah, to be able to say right now that I'm I'll always have the moniker of semifinalist.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will ever be able to take that from me. as awesome. I really hope that I can get to be on to where I can say, I can put it on my resume as finalist, you know, because nobody can take that away once I get there with it, you know, and then of course there's another step beyond that. And I you know, I'm thinking about it one step at a time right now. You know, I don't want to look past any of this because I'm loving every minute of it. So I don't want to look past anything.
Then we hope we see you next week. Can't wait to the results tomorrow.
Me too, man. My fingers are crossed. Thank you.
Toes too. We crossed the toes.
Toes too.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question, another question.
Do right ahead.
First of all, I think Heather, that was a great idea. I think you should definitely be doing a song with both Blake and Gwen. And I know there's the perfect song out there somewhere for the three of you. But in the spirit of Fan Week, is there anything you would like to relay to your fans, and what have your fans meant to you?
Oh my gosh, I have seen my fan base from my home area of Southwest Florida, around Naples and Fort Myers area in Florida. I have seen that core group do so much for me. As far as you want to talk about like battery packs, I mean, they have been working their tails off down there to try to go out and run a campaign basically about getting votes, you know. So, and the fan base has grown now to all across the country, and I get messages from all around the world every day, all day long. So it's very humbling to see the massive growth of that. But then I at the same time, I look back to that core group of folks in Southwest Florida, and I could go on to be a big dog on a national level, and that would be wonderful, but I will never, ever, ever have affection the way that I do for those fans in Southwest Florida, because they have really got me started, and it will always be a special thing to me.
I love that. I always love the hometown fans. I think it's a special relationship, and I'm so glad that you're an amazing guy, and you just come off as the most humble, sweet guy. But I love that you have appreciation for your hometown fans. I'm
really a jerk in real life, and I'm just making all this up. No.
All an act.
Oh no, so I just blew all that out of the water. No, you gotta try to, you can't have a big head about any of this, because it's not me that I'm only slightly responsible for getting me here. There's so many other people, you know, my family, my wife, my friends, my fans, and then what the show does for you with all the production value and everything. It's so much, and it's a hell of a ride, and I'm so just proud to be in the middle of it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jennifer.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you during the finals. So I'm already putting that out there.